concept of equality is also something that we have a lot of the women and the men thinking that this is a prime concept in Islam. Women and men are equal. This is totally un-Islamic. This is totally wrong. It's not even logical. How can they be equal? In Islam, in the Qur'an, Allah says clearly, وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنثَى, and a male is not similar to a female. They're different. But nowadays, people who don't have Islamic background, people who have never touched the Qur'an or finished it in their lives, let alone studied it, they come and say, no, Islam promotes equality between the genders. This is not right. Islam promotes and endorses justice and fairness. So a woman has a role that a man cannot do, and a man has roles that women cannot do. If there was equality, then my wife would come to me and say, listen, I have given you so many children. Next year, you become pregnant. I'm going to take the year off. There's no equality in this sense. She cannot do the things I can do because Allah created her physically and mentally different than He created me. So to believe that Allah is the fairest of all and the most just, and whatever Allah decrees is the best, is the main road to success. A woman is in this life a lesser degree, and we have to take this as a fact. Allah described in the Quran the husband to be the master of his wife. As in Surah Yusuf, they found her master standing at the door. And a boat can only sail with one captain. And an airplane can only fly with one captain. Two captains on board would take the plane down. One says go left, the other one says go right. One says go up, the other one says descend. It will crash. When we say that a man has a higher degree, this is mentioned in the Quran as well. But in worldly matters, in matters of management, in matters of guardianship. But at the sight of Allah on the Day of Judgment, they are all equal in the sense of being rewarded for their good deeds and being punished for their sins and bad deeds. And being lower than a man's status does not mean that a man does not need her or does not consult her. We all know that the Prophet ﷺ consulted Salama, the mother of the believers, in Al-Hudaybiyah, in the Treaty of Al-Hudaybiyah, when he ordered the companions to slaughter their sacrifice and shave their heads so that they can get out of their state of ihram, because they were prevented from going to Mecca. They could not believe their eyes or ears, and they refused. Not because they rejected the Prophet's instruction. They were hoping maybe something would be revealed, an improvement would take place, another incident would take place. When the Prophet talked to Salama and he was angry, she told him, don't speak to anyone. Just go out, shave your head and slaughter your sacrifice, and you'll see what they'll do. So the Prophet took her advice, not saying to himself, she is lower in degree than me and I'm more superior than her. No, on the contrary. So the degree is in regards of guardianship, in regards of supervision and management, and who is to be obeyed at the end of the day. And this is why we say that a woman's place is in her home. This is where she is mostly productive. I know this goes against what many working women believe, but this is the Islamic stance. A productive or a working woman can produce a machine or a device in her factory, while a practicing productive Muslim woman in her home would produce a whole generation from her home.